Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with. I got my friend Terence McCarron with us from Inspired Technology. Good morning, Terence. Welcome to the show.
Morning, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
Let's start at the beginning. Tell us a little bit about the company. What do you do?
Well, Inspired Technologies is we are a commercial and residential integrator. We deal with audiovisual needs, video teleconferencing. We deal with data, run data cables. We'll get clients have all the infrastructure they need so they can have a proper network. We deal with door access. We deal with security and surveillance. And if you even need, we can get you connected with some good IT management people as well. Not to mention also, in the residential side, it's really high-end home theaters and smart houses, things like that.
So you're seeing more and more of that, Terence, on smart houses. Tell me about some of the things that you've installed recently that people may not be aware of.
Okay, well, technology is getting more available, and as far as costs and even functionality as things develop, right? So, low voltage lighting, is huge. The low voltage lighting is very efficient, but it can also give you the cool color backgrounds or really help you dial in if you like certain temperatures of lighting. Beyond that, we're seeing a lot more of the voice activation, right? People are used to the Alexa and the Google Home, but there are other things coming down the line that really open up what you can do with voice activation in the home.
I've never really gave much thought to voice activation, but I have a lot of friends who use it. And I have to admit, I was at my nephew's house babysitting, and I was in a room I wasn't familiar with, like where the light switch is, holding a child. And I'm like, Alexa, turn on the light in this room. And it saved me. And I used to tease him a lot about it. Like, can't you just walk over and flip the switch? But in that case, I'm like, okay, now I see why this is practical. So it just makes sense as you scroll in the house, like you said, you're entering the next room, you can just use the activation to turn on the next light, right?
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes my Alexa is just a glorified kitchen timer. I'm cooking some chicken. Alexa, set me a timer for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. If you've got your hands full, it's even in some ways, it's up to your creativity. It really knows no bounds. You could even treat it as a modern day clapper. Alexa, turn on this groove scene, and the lights dim, and some Marvin Gaye comes on. I mean, shoot, the world's your oyster with that.
Yeah. I do have a lot of friends that like it for sound, like you said, they enter the room, like you said, they're making dinner. It's like, okay, which one of my playlists I want to use tonight and stuff. So it's like I said, it's getting so much better that, you have knowledge literally at the sound of your voice whenever you need it. That's kind of neat, actually.
There's a lot of practical uses for sure, and then a lot of fun to be had.
Let's flip it over to commercial side. What's going on the commercial side? What are you seeing that is helping people? Because I guess we all just think, oh, like we're doing right now, we just use Zoom, but there's a lot more to it than just using Zoom, right?
Absolutely. And if you think about pre-pandemic versus now, I mean, Zoom was more than just a four-letter word. A lot of people were afraid to do the video teleconferencing, afraid maybe because of their lack of knowledge, and now everyone knows what a Zoom call is. It was forced upon us whether we liked it or not. Now, just because we know what a Zoom call is, we kind of assume that that's been the generalized term for any video teleconferencing call. But you've got other platforms, Zoom, WebEx from Cisco, you've got Microsoft Teams, you've got Google Meet, and you can go on and on. And what we're seeing is there's been a development in commercial AV spaces. Beforehand, it used to be that you'd pick a platform, right? All right, well, this is going to be a Zoom room. This is going to be a Teams room. This is going to be a Cisco room. And that made sense. But what it limited was presenters that were guests. And maybe there are people who they work better with a different platform over another.
Yeah.
So instead of forcing folks to standardize, now they call it agnostic video teleconferencing, right? So now we're able to build these systems that are more focused on being diverse amongst the platforms, so that you can walk in with your laptop and take over the cameras and the microphones and the speakers and run whatever video conferencing you want to. It's a nice development. It really opens things up for people.
I like that, Terence, because I'm that person. I'm more comfortable on Zoom. I get people sending me, you know, something else. Let's not pick on anything else. I'm like, really, Terence, can't you just use Zoom? So in this case, hey, Kev, if that's your thing, that's where you're comfortable, then you can just join us by using Zoom. Makes perfect sense.
Oh yes, it's nice to have that flexibility for sure.
Yeah. So one of the things I saw, because I'm going to be teaching at a different school next semester, and they want to, you know, be able to use Zoom at the same time. So in person, and you're allowed to come in through Zoom. And I was like, but I'm a mover, you know, I don't want to have to stand still in front of a camera. But they have the technology in the classroom where that camera just follows me around and stuff. That's kind of a cool thing, like you said, to if you're in a meeting and someone on the other side of the room's talking, it will bring the camera over to Terence. You're like, who just said that? Well, Terence said that because the camera's on him. That's kind of cool technology, right?
It is. It is. I'm also one of those people. I pace. I think my best words and my best thoughts come when I'm pacing. I don't know about you, and you're absolutely right. There's technology that we work with now. So, you know, they call it you know, presenter tracking, right? So we can track as you're moving and have the cameras follow you, and it makes it more fluid. Makes it so it's not a rigid presentation from the presenter's side, but then also for the users, you know, the viewers on the far end, it becomes more intimate. You know, you're not stuck to a podium and you're all, you know, buttoned up. And if you're moving around and pacing, you can, you know, it's more natural to everybody, you know, on both sides of that conversation.
Makes sense. So, Terence, what's the best way for people to reach out to you if they want to learn more, my friend?
You know, be happy to speak to them anytime. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on the business to business network that you've been so kind to incorporate me with. You can call me or email me. Or if you want to just find out some more information, you can also go to inspiredtc.com. That's our company website. But I'm happy to talk your ear off anytime you want to know any my geeky and nerdy background. I'd love to talk about this stuff.
Awesome, Terence. I appreciate you taking a couple minutes to call into the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it.